Gideon!
Paul?
What are you doing here?
Gideon knew the next words out of her mouth would be among the most important she would ever speak. If her suspicions proved correct, and her uncle really was the monster who poisoned her aunt, then she just might be the second member of the Snow family to die that week. She knew she had to say something very smart, very quickly. She looked into her uncle's eyes and said, "You'll just have to buy the book to find out."
Thank you, Mallory. One more time, everyone. Mallory Dearborn.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Don't worry, they limit the pre-sales to 100.
Why?
I thought you'd be tired after the long day.
I always have time for the fans. Besides, not every day you could have a signed copy of the very last Gideon Snow novel. Speaking of which, how did it go with Wendy? About this being my last one?
Now the book just came out.
You haven't told her.
We'll talk about this later, okay?
Michael, she's been my publisher for 10 years. She deserves to know.
And she will. I promise. You honestly think I let my favorite client down?
Why do I get the feeling you say that to all your clients?
Okay, what are we waiting for? Christmas?
Thank you.
Let's go, let's go.
Mallory Dearborn. There's no bigger fan than me. I talk about you all the time on my podcast. Carrie Addison. The Mystery Maven?
It's very nice to meet you. Who should I make this out to?
Carrie Addison. I'm not just a podcast host, though. I'm a mystery writer, too. Well, aspiring, anyway. You know, well...
Enjoy the book, Carrie.
Gideon Snow is my favorite literary character of all time. I don't know what I would do if you ever stopped writing these.
Okay, let's keep it moving.
I just also wanted to tell you
A
that...
lot of people to get through. Thank you.
Made out to Carolyn, please. Why does Wendy care so much about another Gideon novel anyway? Wise-ass detectives are like a dime a dozen.
Well, not the way you write them, Mal. Look, if you need a break, take a break. You deserve a vacation after all the hard work you've done promoting the new book.
A vacation is not going to fix this, Michael. Don't get me wrong. I love my fans. I love Gideon. But when am I going to get the chance to write something for me?
Soon. All right, I promise. Come on, just, hey, one more.
Do you know how many times I've said that to myself over the years?
Well, what'd you even write about? What, a new detective, a new cast of characters?
No. No more thrillers, no more mysteries. I want to write a novel that actually means something. You know, something you can't just pick up at an airport or read on the beach.
So, in other words, a book that won't make any money.
I'm not doing it for money. I'm doing it for me.
Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but some of us do work on commission. This guy?
Michael, you believed in me when no one else did. And you've been my agent a long time. And so while I don't know where this next chapter is going to lead, I do hope that you'll be a part of it.
You're exhausted. Let's talk about this more tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
Get some rest. Come on. To be continued.
Inspire me.
promising 25%. Do you have any idea what kind of position that puts me in? I'm calling my lawyer. Idiots.
Client trouble?
Nothing a little coal in the stocking won't fix. You?
Just enjoying the peace and quiet. Well, I was.
Well, let your heart not be troubled. I come bearing Christmas gifts.
It's not Christmas yet.
Well, fine. If you don't want the croissants, I can just...
Some Danucci's?
Where else?
Fair enough. You can stay.
So, have you any thought about what we talked about?
I thought about it all night, actually. Could barely sleep.
And?
Well, Gideon Snow has been very good to me. Both of us. But I became a writer to write all kinds of books. Not just Gideon Snow novels.
What about the fans?
Well, what about them?
Well, aren't you afraid of letting them down?
The opposite, actually. I want to give them something brand new to be excited about, something that they've never seen before. What better way to show them how much I appreciate them?
And Wendy?
I'll honor the agreement. But for a new book. Michael, don't look so glum. It's not like I'm giving up writing forever. If I miss Gideon, I can always pay her a visit somewhere down the road. Just like long down the road.
Oh, of course. Of course.
I don't mean to make things difficult for you, Michael. If you think it would help, I'd be happy to sit down with Wendy and talk to her myself.
No. I'll handle Wendy. Just do me a favor. Don't say anything to anybody just yet, okay? I think we owe it to her to hear from me first.
Of course.
So, this new book. Any idea what you want to write about?
I don't know. Honestly, I've been in the Gideon Snow business for so long, I think I'd just take the holidays and recharge. You know?
Thanks for seeing me on such short notice, Wendy.
Considering what you told me over the phone, I didn't have much of a choice.
I know.
She's a special writer, Michael.
Well, you don't have to tell me. She's made up her mind.
Then change it.
I've already tried everything.
She does realize that she's agreed to give us another title.
She does?
And she is aware that we've already paid her a handsome advance for another Gideon novel, isn't she? Well, if she doesn't deliver, I'll have no choice but to sue. And not just for the advance, for damages due to lost royalties. Wait a minute. She does know about the advance, doesn't she? Michael!
I just need a little time. I'll return it plus interest.
Okay. I'll give you a couple months. And that's only because of our history together.
Here you go, hot mocha. Oh, thank you so much. It's
Thanks for meeting me.
You said you had good news.
Well, I met with Wendy.
And?
And she's on board.
You're serious?
I'm not gonna joke about something like that.
Just like that?
Well, there is one little thing.
Of course.
No. It's not terrible. Not terrible. Do you remember the winter home I have up in the mountains?
I've heard you talk about it, but I don't think I've ever been there.
Well, oh. Take it.
What is this?
Well, you said you wanted to take the holidays to recharge.
Yeah, but I didn't...
Oh, you'll love it. I just decorated for the holidays. It's isolated. It's got a gorgeous library, a great big writing desk. Plus, they just got a little dusting of snow, so you'll be able to have yourself a merry little Christmas.
I'm not going to change my mind, Michael.
I know, but you've seemed so down since your parents died. I think it would do you good to get away for a few weeks. And Wendy and I... Wendy just thought it'd be good for you to go, clear your head, and make sure this is what you really want to do.
So Wendy's my therapist now?
We just want what's best for you.
You mean what's best for Gideon Snow?
Just read, relax, explore the woods. There's miles of hiking trails, and ride if you want to. Just don't tell anybody where you're going, and enjoy yourself. Okay?
Hello?
Well, what do you think?
I think it looks like a picture print by Courier and Ives.
These wonderful things are the things we remember all through our lives.
The landline's a nice touch.
I think you'll find the cell service a little spotty there in the wintry fairyland.
Cute.
But if it's too much for you, there is a telegraph in the kitchen. That was seriously how you like it.
I'm only wondering why you never had me here before.
Well, I just don't get up there much myself. Especially since my parents passed. It was, kind of their place.
I gotta say, if this was supposed to convince me how much I would miss Gideon, I'm afraid it's having the opposite effect.
Well, you deserve it, Mallory. Enjoy it.
Thanks, Michael.
Of course.
Bye.
From the middle of the ocean and the bottom of my heart, you and I can take a sleigh ride from the love to the snowman and the lake is frozen. Take my hand.
Hello?
Mystery fans around the world are in mourning after it was announced that best-selling author Mallory Dearborn has unexpectedly passed away from natural causes.
Dearborn was the author of the best-selling Gideon Snow Mysteries, the most recent of which just hit bookstore shelves earlier this month.
Dearborn's latest and now final novel, Gideon's Family Reunion, quickly climbed to the bestsellers list upon its release.
Several of Mallory's friends have spoken out publicly about their shock over the sudden loss and have expressed their love and admiration for the author. Dearborn's untimely death will leave a huge hole in the hearts of her fans for a very long time.
To Mallory, may your creativity never die. If I take the gag out, you promise not to scream? Here. You need to flush the anesthetic from your system unless you want a nasty hangover. Here you go. Good girl. I imagine you have a few questions. It's a tracker. That way you can move freely around the house. And I know exactly where you are at all times. It's really fascinating what modern GPS technology can do. They say this one's accurate down to 10 feet. So you try to leave the house, I get a notification. You try to remove it, I get a notification. And we don't want that.
Why are you doing this?
Well, think of it as a riding retreat with a little extra incentive.
A writing retreat?
Well, see, the thing is, we've already received a substantial advance for the next Gideon novel.
What next Gideon novel? I told you I was done with... You never told Wendy.
I thought you would change your mind. Right, then what were you supposed to do? Go back to the publisher, grovel on our hands and knees, accept less favorable terms because we didn't strike when the iron was hot? Mallory, I did you a favor.
And what happened to this advance?
Don't have it.
There it is.
Well, I was assured those investments were sound.
Clearly.
Look, it doesn't even matter, okay? Wendy paid us for a book. A Gideon Snow book. Hey. Look. We both know this happens every time, right? A new book comes out, you hit the publicity circuit, you get exhausted by the whole thing. Am I right? But I also know that you get antsy when you don't write. So this is your chance to just get away from it all and write the new book in complete privacy. Right? It's a win-win, Mal. And I've taken care of the landline, so you're not tempted to reach out to any friends. So, take some time to just think about it. And I'll be upstairs when you're ready. Okay? There you go. Mal, is that you? Yeah, she is. This little market in town has the best cold cuts. Well, yeah, I thought you should eat something before you get to work. It's not gonna bite.
I'll pass.
On the sandwich?
On the book.
Wow. The sooner you come to terms with what's happening, the easier this will be.
You are holding me here against my will.
I'm doing it in your best interest. You haven't been thinking straight. Now, if you don't eat, you're not gonna be able to concentrate, and I need you focused. Go on. Told you it was good. So, what do you think? I thought this room would be best for creativity. It's got a lot of space, lots of natural light throughout the afternoon, and plus I'll be right next door in the living room if you need anything.
Great.
Sit. Try it out. No? Well, I took the liberty of deactivating the Wi-Fi card just to make sure there's no distractions.
Look, Michael, this is all very nice, but I think there might be a much simpler solution to all of this.
Oh, you do?
Why don't I just give you the money for the advance? That way you can repay Wendy whatever you still owe her, and then some. Win-win, right?
See, the thing is, a new Gideon novel would be worth much, much more than just the advance. I mean, especially if you include subsidiary rights, film and television rights, not to mention spin-offs. Woo-hoo.
I am offering you a way out of this.
You're offering me?
You don't care what I have to go through, do you? As long as you get to collect a 6-figure advance on another Gideon Snow book.
7, actually. I negotiated you a raise, and you're welcome, by the way. You know, I was thinking, do you remember that story idea you pitched me after the Baltimore book signing, where Gideon was kidnapped by the detective that trained her? I think that would be a fantastic novel.
A little on the nose, don't you think?
Well, you know what they say, right? What you know.
It takes me a year to write a novel, you know that, right?
No, it takes a year to publish a novel. And that's just mainly a strategic decision by the publisher. Plus, that's with all the usual distractions, procrastinations, which, lucky for you, won't be a problem this time.
I feel so blessed.
So the average novel is what? 75,000 words, ballpark, give or take?
Something like that.
And how many words do you write in a day?
2,500.
So I think if you devote 100% of your time to your craft, we could bump that up to 3,500, 4,000 words a day. You want to do the math, or should I? 19 days, Mal. You should deliver me a novel in 3 weeks, right before Christmas. So, let's not waste any time, huh? Okay, here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna go see what's going on, and you... Hey. You're gonna sit here and stay quiet. You understand me? Don't make me do something we both don't want. Trust me, you don't want that on your conscience. Why don't you start writing while I'm gone?
Oh, thank God. I wasn't sure if anyone lived here, and then I saw the cars out front. I thought maybe I would just...
Can I help you?
Actually, you can. I'm renting a B&B a couple miles from here. Thought I'd go for a hike in the woods, get back to nature and all that. Which seemed like a good idea at the time, but somehow I ended up here.
Well, it happens all the time. These woods aren't too forgiving.
Anyway, can I come inside for a bit, just to rest for a little while? I've been walking for hours.
Please, yeah. Come in.
Thanks, man. You're a lifesaver.
Michael, by the way.
Grant.
Nice to meet you, Grant.
Sweet place, man.
Thank you. It's my little getaway from the city.
You all alone out here?
That's the point, isn't it?
You're telling me. I come out every year just to get away. This is just what I needed. So, what is it you do back in the city?
Literary agent.
Really? Like authors?
That's right.
Anyone famous?
Depends on your definition of famous.
I wouldn't know. I'm not much of a reader.
Shocker.
Hey, do you mind if I use your bathroom? I haven't had a leak in hours.
Not at all. No. The bathroom is down there.
What was that? I thought you said you were alone. Is someone in there?
I think you should go.
I think I should check it out first.
I insist.
Do you mind?
You. I told you to keep quiet, and now look what you've done. You didn't follow the rules, and now man is dead. You think this is a game? I didn't mean what I said. Now you know.
Get away from me, Michael.
Stop it.
No! I'm serious. I'm not going anywhere with you.
Fine. You can write tomorrow.
Morning, Janice.
Morning, Sheriff. Some coffee?
I get it myself, thank you. Anything come in overnight?
No. Well, we did receive one call, but it was just a hang-up. Figured it was an accident.
Landline?
Cell phone. Right off of County Road 19.
Huh.
Do you think it's something?
No, you're probably right. Still, it wouldn't hurt to take a look out there, just to be safe.
Now, you're not much of a breakfast person, but I figured you'd need your strength, so I need you some bacon, eggs, toast, and black coffee.
Thanks, but I'm not hungry.
Well, I'll leave it there in case you change your mind. How's it going?
Good.
Can I see what you have, sir?
Uh,
No. Never mind, too soon, right? You gotta get in the groove, right? Stay quiet. Open. Not a word. I mean it. Morning.
Morning, sir. Hope I'm not bothering you.
No, not at all. How can I help?
I'm Sheriff Hill.
Pleasure, Sheriff.
Actually, I was hoping for a few minutes of your time.
Of course.
Would you mind if I came in?
No. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm just a little busy right now. I just got here yesterday and hadn't had a chance to unpack anything.
Well, I'm sure I've seen worse.
Of course. Please, come in. Come in.
Smells like somebody's been cooking.
I just finished my breakfast. I was hungry. So, you said there was something that you wanted to talk to me about.
The thing is, sir, we got a 911 call yesterday from a cell phone tower not too far from here.
What did they say?
Didn't say anything. Hung up.
Frankly, I'm surprised anybody get a signal way out here.
Don't I know it? Still, you haven't noticed anything suspicious around here, have you?
No, I haven't seen anybody since I got here.
This your place?
Families. I don't get to spend a whole lot of time up here, but my parents did before they passed.
My condolences.
Thank you.
You hear that?
Hear it? Nearly kept me up all night. I had to sleep with my earbuds in.
What is it?
It's the pipes when the water freezes.
Huh. I'd be happy to take a look. Might only need a few turns of the wrench.
Oh, I appreciate that, but call a plumber. They'll be here later today.
Might save you a few $100.
Plumber told me not to touch it. That's what happened last time. I guess everyone thinks they're handyman.
Well, I won't keep you any longer then.
Okie dokie.
Can I get your name for the report?
Right, Michael Harrington. In fact, here, my cell's on there, so if you need anything, feel free to give me a call.
I'll do that. Thank you.
I thought we had an understanding.
He's gonna come back, you know. Eventually, when that hiker doesn't show up, he's gonna come back.
I guess you better get back to work.
The lights reminded her of Christmas. Only these were the flashing red and blues of the cop car, not the soft white twinkling teardrops that decorated every house on the block. Gideon kept her head down, her face tucked into her fur collar, as the rough snow, really ice, sliced against her face. Gideon hadn't slept. She hadn't showered. Her hair was greasy and her eyes feral. Every time she heard the sound of someone approaching or felt someone might be watching, her breath caught in her chest. Even in death, her nemesis had her on edge. Gideon reached into her pocket. She caressed the ivory handle like a warm lover. Only this lover had a bite, a deadly one.
How's it going?
About halfway done.
13th, right on schedule.
Yeah, the thing is, usually when I'm about halfway done with a book, I take a minute to recharge my creative batteries.
What'd you have in mind?
A bottle of wine and a nice dinner.
Anything else, Your Highness?
You want a book in 3 weeks? This is my process.
Why not?
Mind if I freshen up?
I'll call you when it's ready. You look beautiful.
Something smells amazing?
Yes, seared brook trout with sage and thyme. Please, sit. I know it doesn't go with the meal, but I can't be too careful. How is it? Be honest.
I had no idea you were so talented in the kitchen.
One of my first clients wrote cookbooks. I'm not oblivious, Mal. I know how much you must loathe me right now.
I think we're way past that, Michael.
I can't say I blame you. This isn't exactly how I envisioned our partnership ending.
Don't pretend this was inevitable. It's beneath you.
I suppose not. We all make choices we have to live with. You know, in a strange way, this reminds me of the old days.
The old days.
Mm-hmm. When we first started working together, our first Gideon book, all those hours I spent pacing around your office, encouraging you, reassuring you, offering my opinion on every new page.
That was a long time ago.
It was. It really was. Something wrong with your wine?
Oh. Don't get me wrong, I love Cabernet, but...
But?
It's fish. I don't suppose you have... white wine?
You're right. I have just the thing. In addition to their cold cuts, that little market has a surprisingly eclectic selection of wine.
Oh.
This particular Sauvignon was imported from the Upper Loire Valley of France.
Oh.
Very, very nice.
You're not having any?
No. I prefer the red.
More for me then.
To Gideon.
To Gideon.
Mallory, I know you well enough to know you never drink white wine. How much was in there? Enough to kill me or just knock me out? Go back to work before I seriously start considering repercussions.
It was Vargas who pulled her out of that orphanage, who had recognized her talents and who had honed her skills. And it was Vargas who had betrayed her. In the end, her training was more important than her relationships. If and when the time came, Gideon knew she would have to kill him. And she also knew she wouldn't hesitate.
I was wondering when you were going to come out. I don't know why you're so angry. You're the one who tried to poison me. That writing cabinet belonged to my grandfather. He was a writer. Did I ever tell you that? Dime store novels mostly. Never really had any big successes. Neither did my father, for that matter. Just figured if I didn't have any talent, why not do the deals for the people who did? Wait. Why'd you really come out here?
Well, actually, I did have a request.
Go on.
I need to do some research.
Your desk is in the library.
You don't have what I need.
And what is that?
The internet.
I don't think so.
It's important.
You'll just have to make do.
It's just a browser. What am I supposed to do with a browser?
Oh, I don't know. Let's see. Maybe you send an email from a website, post something in a chat room or on a message board. Yeah, that's what I thought. This is the only connection you have to the outside world, and you're not getting it.
Fine. Guess I'll just have to make do.
I guess so. Atta girl, Andy. Start stoking that interest.
Mallory's longtime publisher, Wendy Bouchard, hinted on an earnings call this morning that prior to her recent death, hit mystery writer Mallory Dearborn may actually have completed one last title in her best-selling Gideon Snow series. According to her longtime agent, Michael Harrington, there was indeed an unpublished Gideon Snow manuscript discovered, along with other partially completed works at Dearborn's residence. While no publication date has been officially announced, Dearborn's fan base would no doubt be excited to see the legendary detective in action one last time.
Well, I'm most excited that, because the mystery is so personal, this new novel shows a side of Gideon that readers have never seen before. And so far, the reaction from fans has been very positive, which frankly is all I could ever hope for.
Speaking of the fans, is there any chance you can give us a little hint of Gideon's next big mystery?
I wish I could. The thing is, I never write more than one book at a time. I never want to give my fans anything less than 100% of my effort, so I usually take about a month off after publication to gauge their reaction before I can even think about writing another book. So I usually take about a month off after publication to gauge their reaction before I can even think about writing another book.
Black?
Obviously.
With no extra ingredients?
Just good old-fashioned caffeine.
Thank you. Sit. Can I ask you a question?
Guess you could call me a captive audience.
When you decided to stop writing your Gideon books, did you ever consider how it might affect other people?
Of course I did.
And?
And I figured I could always just pay Gideon a visit somewhere down the line, when the timing was right. And I hoped that my readers would be understanding of my desire to try something different.
I wasn't talking about your readers. Tell me, if I hadn't found you in that mystery bookstore, where would you be?
I think we both benefited over the years, don't you?
In the years to come? What about those? Where are you going?
Do you want your book before Christmas or not?
Wendy, I was just thinking about you.
Yeah, great. Yeah, no, I'm really excited about this manuscript. It has the potential to be a real game changer. Tell them they have nothing to worry about. You got my word. Trust me, it's going to keep readers guessing from start to finish. I know, and you will. But you wouldn't want to open your present before Christmas morning, would you? You won't regret this one. I'm confident this book has all the elements to be Gideon's best-selling novel yet. Okay. Bye.
I'm really jumpy.
Always jumpy when I'm writing.
You'll never guess who just called me.
Who?
Wendy Bouchard. Seems everyone at the company is thrilled about the new book.
It's great news, right? The sooner this is over, the sooner we can go back to our lives, right?
Yeah. Of course.
Something wrong?
No, I know this hasn't been easy for you. I'll tell you the truth, it hasn't exactly been a picnic for me either.
If you're looking for sympathy from me.
I know better than that. But I am gonna have to go back into the city tomorrow to meet with Wendy about the new book. Which means, unfortunately...
You're gonna have to lock me up.
Just for a few hours. Unless you have a better suggestion.
I can promise you I won't leave.
That's funny. At least you haven't lost your sense of humor. Oh. Is there anything I can bring back for you?
I'd settle for your head on a spike.
Yeah. I was thinking, there's no reason this has to be a one-off. Maybe there's another Gideon novel in there somewhere.
Don't push it.
We can think about it.
Hi, my name is Carrie Addison. I'm the host of a podcast about mystery writers. I'm writing a piece about the life of Mallory Dearborn, and she mentioned in an interview that you two were close. After the news of her death, you wrote on your socials that you went to college together. No, it's Mystery Maven, M-A-V-E-N. Yeah, you got it. How long were you and Mallory neighbors? When was the last time you saw Mallory? Did she ever mention writing books that maybe hadn't been published? Really? No more Gideon books? No, I had no idea. Sorry, just one last question. Does anyone know exactly how Mallory died?
Well, from what I'm reading, the buzz is building.
Well, that's what buzz does.
Well, our Mallory certainly was special.
Yeah. We're all devastated about her death, Michael. But from a business perspective, a posthumous novel is a literary grand slam.
So let's play ball.
Well, I have to ask.
What?
You just happened to find it?
Yeah, when I was going through her files, there's actually quite a bit of material in there. Most of it unfinished, of course.
That's a little surprising. No?
Why?
Because she never mentioned it to you?
Wendy, I'm her agent, not her priest. And there's lots of aspects of her life that I wasn't aware of.
So you're sure it's genuine?
Positive. Like you said, no one can write like her.
Okay, well, to build on this momentum, I have to insist on something before Christmas.
It's a week away.
Well, that shouldn't be a problem, considering you already have the book in hand.
Of course. You'll have it by then.
Wonderful. So I assume the contract terms are satisfactory, but of course I'll wait to hear from counsel. The advance is yours, along with the usual percentage of sales.
It's a Christmas miracle. And who knows? Mallory has a few storage units that haven't been opened yet. Maybe there's another completed Gideon manuscript in there somewhere.
Wouldn't that be a great way to start the new year?
Couldn't agree more.
How'd it go?
Great. In fact, Wendy wants the new manuscript by Christmas so they can capitalize on the success of the last Gideon book.
I'm not a machine, Michael. You can force me to write, but you can't force me to write faster.
Mallory, I wouldn't have agreed to it if I didn't believe in you.
I guess I better get back to work then. Wouldn't want to disappoint Wendy, would we? After you.
Lead the way.
Sure.
Drop it, Mallory. Drop it. Think I'm that naive? After everything I've done for you, this is how you repay me?
Everything you've done?
Because of me, your fans are gonna have a very Merry Christmas.
My fans think I'm dead. It's true, isn't it?
How did you?
How?
You disabled the Wi-Fi in the house, but not your phone's hotspot, which becomes active whenever you connect to a nearby tower. Say to answer a call from Wendy Bouchard. You didn't even password protect it. All I had to do was search for devices that were connected. So to answer your question from earlier, yes, I really do think you're that naive. You're gonna kill me. After all, it wouldn't do you any good to have me show up after you've published my posthumous novel, would it? I am curious, though. How many posthumous novels do you think my agent can miraculously dig up before people start asking questions? 1, 2...
Who's to say you didn't fake your own death? Your fans know how much you value your privacy.
The world is smarter than that. I know it, and deep down inside, you know it too. Just like you also know that somewhere, deep inside that hollow pit you call a soul, that one day, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but soon, you, Michael Harrington, will have to get those manicured Ivy League hands dirty.
Want to play the victim? Fine. Let's play victim. Let's see how spending the rest of the day chained up affects your gratitude.
What about your deadline?
I'll bring your laptop.
Wait!
What?
I haven't eaten!
You're lucky if I give you water.
How am I supposed to write if I don't have energy?
Hurry up. Whoa. Fool me once.
How am I supposed to use the butter?
Not my problem.
Bouchard.
Can I help you?
My name is Carrie Addison, and I was hoping to speak with you for just a few minutes.
Unfortunately, you caught me on my way out.
It's about Mallory Dearborn. In an interview just a few months before she died, she said she only writes one Gideon book at a time.
Okay.
She said she always waits to see the fans' reaction, so she takes a month off after publishing a book before starting a new one.
Is there a question in there somewhere?
Yes, it's just that if the book had only just been published right before she died, how can there be another one?
Look, Terry, I have no idea what interview you're referring to, but I assure you, there is another book. Now, if you don't mind...
I don't suppose you could at least tell me how to find Michael Harrington? I just want to find out more about what is going on.
I don't have that information on me. And even if I did, I wouldn't be allowed to share it with you.
Right. Sorry.
Oh, I told Evelyn to keep these media requests away from me. Evelyn.
Hello. Can I help you?
Yes, I'm here to see Wendy Bouchard's assistant.
Do you mean Jane?
Evelyn?
Right. My mistake. Evelyn, someone to see you.
Can I help you? Hi, Evelyn. I'm Carrie Addison, Carrie's Cakes. Wendy Bouchard ordered one of our Christmas cookie cakes for Michael Harrington.
She must have done that on her own. I didn't place any orders.
I know. The thing is, though, is I got this cake in the van now, and this is the only address she gave me as a billing address.
That sounds like Wendy.
It would really be a huge help if you could tell me where this cake is supposed to go.
He's been spending most of his time at his upstate residence lately. I can get you his address.
That would be great. Thank you.
The warm smiles, the friendly banter, all of which she missed. And all of which made her ponder, when the time came, would she be able to do what was necessary to solve the greatest mystery of all? The disappearance of Gideon Snow?
Well?
It's your best yet.
One more day, you'll have your book.
It was never my book, Mom. I just provided the inspiration.
Right. Expecting someone?
No.
Hi. Hi there. Michael, was it?
That's right. Good morning, Sheriff.
Still have your business card right here. I just thought I'd come out and take another look around. That's okay with you?
Yeah, glad you did. Is there anything I can help you find?
We'll see what we find.
I don't know what you're hoping to find. It's been too darn cold out here to do much of anything lately.
Been doing some digging, huh?
What, you mean my compost pit? It's probably been like a couple weeks, at least.
What's this?
I was looking for that. Must have fallen off when I was digging.
Doesn't fit, huh?
Must be the cold.
Yeah. Speaking of, mind if we go inside? Just isn't Christmas without a tree, huh? A lot of folks complain about the cold, but me, I love the holiday season up here.
Yeah, me too.
Anyways, we got a call about a person that'd gone missing around these parts, and that made me think about that 911 call from before.
Oh?
A fella named Grant Hudson from Jersey.
Sister said he came out to stay at a B&B down the road. She hadn't heard from him in a couple of weeks.
Really?
Yeah, I was asking around, but seems you're the only one home.
Well, my neighbors are a bunch of snowbirds, I'm afraid.
Well, you wouldn't have happened to have seen anyone, have you?
No, not since you were here last.
That's what I figured. Or else she would have called. Huh. One of your authors?
One of my best.
I'll have to pick up one of her books when I have the time.
I'll tell you what, Sheriff, why don't you take that one?
No,
come on, I insist. It's an early Christmas gift.
Thank you.
Yeah, in fact, she's working on a new one right now.
Ah.
Well, hate to say it, but I gotta get back to work.
Well, I thought you came up here to relax.
Well, you know what they say, no rest for the weary. Or their agents. Sorry you wasted your time coming all the way out here, but if I hear anything about the hiker, that is, I'll be sure to give you a call.
I'd sure appreciate that. Thank you for your time.
And with that, she turned and walked away. She didn't know what the future would bring. She didn't know what mysteries, if any at all, lay ahead. The only thing she did know is that she was ready to face this uncertain future like she always did. One day at a time. The end.
Well?
Your book?
That's it? The book is finished?
All 75,000 words. Give or take.
We did it. You did it, Mal. This calls for a drink, don't you think? Age 15 years, I brought this back from Scotland myself.
Can't drink scotch.
No?
You know, when I finish a book, we'd always...
Champagne.
Exactly.
Yeah. Ooh. So Gideon's gone. But maybe not for good? Bottoms up. Ooh.
Why don't you pour us another, and I'll read you the ending.
Sounds good.
Good night, Janice. Janice.
Oh. Sorry, Sheriff.
I said good night. I'm headed home.
This thing has got me hooked.
What you got there?
Mystery novel. This author can write.
That's funny. I got this book yesterday.
You bought a book?
No. The agent gave it to me.
What do you mean?
Well, he's got that big Tudor place off Winslow Street.
Huh.
Who knows, you know? Maybe we'll get to meet her one day, too.
Not unless you hold a seance.
What are you talking about?
The author? Mallory Dearborn?
Uh-huh.
She's dead.
Recently?
Very recently. Gosh, Sheriff, don't you read the news?
I could have sworn he said...
Said what?
Nothing. I guess I must have just misheard him.
I got woozy for a second.
Mm-hmm. Didn't you know? That's what happens when you mix scotch and champagne.
Oh.
But don't you worry. All you have to do is sit there and listen.
Okay.
And in that moment, Gideon knew that she was finally free. Not just from Vargas, but from her own prison of self-doubt. She was a detective at her core, and although he may have been the first to notice it, to nurture it, it was as indelible a part of her as her eyes, or the angry-looking scar across her eyebrow.
I'm loving it, Mal. Keep going. Keep going.
Vargas had done her two big favors. One, he had reinvigorated her love for the craft. But more importantly, he had broken his vow to never let her get behind him again. Get up. Get up, you bastard.
You hit me?
Yes, and if you don't get up right now, I'll kill you.
Come up.
I'm up.
Good. Now walk.
Gotta be honest with you, Mal. Not too crazy about this ending.
Shut up. Unlock it. Do it!
All I ever wanted was to help you, Mallory. After all, where would you be without me?
Out of this house.
Like I told you a long time ago.
Nobody's leaving here. You had me fooled, Mal. I'll give you that. I thought we were on the same page. But now that you're finished, I think it's time we close this book for good.
Where do you think you're going, Mallory?
You think that's gonna throw me off, Mal? I'm used to you leaving me in the dark by now. That wouldn't be you, would it, Mallory? Mallory? Come out now, you're just gonna make it worse for yourself.
911, what's your emergency?
Please, send help. Someone is trying to kill me.
Ma'am, did you say someone is trying to kill you?
Yes, please send help.
Where are you?
Mallory!
Oh, the address, I don't remember. Winslow Street. But it's owned by Michael Harrington.
Is he the one trying to hurt you, ma'am?
Yes, please send help.
Where'd he go? Forget about the sword and pen, Mal. A laptop to the head's got them both beat.
Get up!
Ma'am.
Leave her alone.
Who are you? So this is how the novel ends? Only one problem. I'm not Vargas, and you're not Gideon.
You're right, I'm not Gideon. My name is Mallory Dearborn.
Police!
Sheriff, this man has kept me prisoner for over a month. He killed your hiker. You'll find him buried in the woods.
All right, come on. As soon as you two ladies are up for it, please come down to see me at the station so I can get a statement from both of you.
I remember you. Carrie, right? From the bookstore?
I told you I'm your biggest fan.
Actually, Carrie, I think I'm yours. How did you find me?
Well, I had a little help from the best detective in the world. I don't know if you've heard of her, Gideon Snow.
Thank you so much. Enjoy the book.
Thank you.
In case I forget, thank you again for this opportunity.
Oh, thank you. Besides, it's the least I could do, given that I have no bigger fan. For once, I wrote a book that actually means something, and I couldn't have done it alone. So,
what are you gonna do next?
something historical? Something that probably won't make any money. What about you?
I don't know. I was thinking about asking if the world might be ready for another Gideon Snow book.
Are you volunteering?
Only with your permission, of course.
I can't think of anyone better than the mystery maven herself.
Really?
Yeah. Just, take good care of her for me, will you?
I will.
Oh.
Well, I'll save you the first signed copy.
I'm gonna hold you to that.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.